You see, this jollof rice stew base you're looking at right now has no tomato paste in it. Don't worry, it is all natural, nothing artificial about it, and it will give you a colorful jollof rice that you will absolutely love. No change to the taste of your jollof or the aroma. Trust me. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Remy and I make videos from Lagos, Nigeria. If it's your first time here, I am glad you stopped by. Thank you. If you're a regular here, thank you so much for always coming to watch my videos. Without further ado, let's make delicious colorful jollof rice without using tomato paste. Here I have a blend of peppers and tomatoes which I have cleaned, and I have tomatoes as you just saw, red scotch bonnet peppers, cayenne peppers, that's shombo, and I have tatashe here. I have deseeded the tatashe and the shombo. I have onions, a finger-sized ginger, and about 4 cloves of garlic. And to bring that vibrant red color to our jollof rice, I am going to be using beetroot. Just one medium-sized beetroot is okay for this job. I have peeled it and I added it to the tomato and pepper mix, and that's what I am blending now. I'm going to blend everything smoothly and then proceed to the next stage. It is now time to start cooking proper. In a pot, I'm going to add some vegetable oil and heat it up. Once it is well heated up, I added chopped onions and I'm going to let this fry till translucent or fragrant. After that, I added some curry powder, thyme and bay leaves. I'm going to stir and fry this for another 1 minute. You don't want to do this for too long so you don't end up burning the spices and losing the flavor. Alright, now is a good time to add the pepper mix that we have just blended with the beetroot, of course. Absolutely love this vibrant red color. I'm going to cover this and let it fry until the oil rises to the top. Now this is it. As you can see, I bet you can tell that this is well fried because the oil has risen to the top and the stew is looking so thick, and I tell you, everywhere smells so good at this point already. The next thing is to add my meat stock. It is frozen, but in no time it will melt. Cover again for it to come to a boil, and after it comes to a boil, it is a good time to taste and see how much stock cube and salt I need, which I added accordingly. I like doing it this way because I want to get most of the flavor and taste from the meat stock. Now that the taste is good, it's a good time to go in with the washed rice. My rice is thoroughly washed. I washed about 3 times, and I'm going to just stir this in. Look at that beautiful vibrant red color. Absolutely love it. Again, I know I already said that. Now we cover this to cook on low to medium heat for about 15 minutes, and 15 minutes later, this is what I have. Not completely cooked yet, but it is soft enough and will not be needing any more water. Just the remaining stock in this rice and some much needed heat, and this will be good. I'm going to add some margarine, some green bell pepper for flavor, and I'm going to cover this tightly with a foil paper and give it another 10 minutes on low heat, and this is it after. And this rice is looking so good, even more colorful than what you can see now, actually, because I had issues with lighting while filming this final stage. And let me say, it is just like the jollof rice you already know. The beetroot flavor is not evident. In fact, nobody will know if you don't tell them that you did not use tomato paste in this jollof rice. Go ahead and try this recipe and let me know the outcome. You're really going to love it, of course. I know that. Alright, thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope you like this recipe. Most importantly, I hope that you give it a try. Please like and subscribe before you go if you haven't done that. It will make me very happy. Until next time, bye-bye.